So, you want to invest in Bitcoin, but you're not sure if that is a very good idea. Well, in this video, I'm going to explain to you 5 things you need to know before spending the first dollar in Bitcoin. So, let's get started. Alright, so you are excited because everyone has been telling you that Bitcoin is going to the moon. And if you invest $1 today, you might get 100 in a few days or in a few months. But the first thing you need to know is that as an investment, Bitcoin is really volatile. So the reality is that Bitcoin is just another kind of asset. And assets follow the law of supply and demand, just like real estate, stocks, gold, and silver. Which means that when there's more people interested in buying this asset, then the price of Bitcoin will go up. And conversely, when there's less people interested in buying it, the price will go down. So now the question is, what makes people more or less interested in buying Bitcoin? Well, the short answer is anything. Today, it could be a tweet by the president, and tomorrow it could be news from around the world. Just take a look at this roller coaster of a graphic. Price will go up and down, and then up and down, and then up again. And right now, we are close to the highest highs, but you never know. Bitcoin is exciting and it has a lot of possibilities, but please do not invest more than you can afford to lose. So we're on to the second very important thing you need to know before investing in Bitcoin, and this is that you really need to know how to protect your digital assets. I cannot begin to tell you how many stories I've heard of people who purchase either one Bitcoin, which by itself is already a big investment, or even a lot more than one Bitcoin. And here's the thing, every single time, people lost all of their money because they were not aware that their precious Bitcoins can be taken by anyone who has access to their computer or their passwords. For example, by a hacker. Want to know what is worse? Some people even misplace the password to their digital wallets, and therefore they have lost all the money that was stored in there. Imagine this. You have been purchasing Bitcoins for many years. Right now, the price has gone way up and you have, let's say, $100,000 stored in your Bitcoin wallet. But the moment you want to cash out, you realize that your digital wallet, the one that had all those Bitcoins stored, has been hacked. So what do? Well, I have bad news for you. Because once your Bitcoin is gone, it's gone forever. And this is a common problem with all digital wallets that are logged to the internet. So if you are like me and you have a hard time remembering ultra strong passwords and you would prefer storing your Bitcoin off the internet, I'm gonna recommend you to use hardware-based wallets. And here are 2 of the hottest ones. One of them is called the Ledger, which is my personal favorite, and the other one is called Trezor. The amazing thing about hardware wallets is that once you have downloaded your Bitcoins to those wallets, there is no way a hacker can go and fetch them and get them because they are offline. If you want to check them out, please go to the video description where you will find links to those products. So, are you finding this information useful? If so, please like this video and make sure you subscribe to this channel for more information about how to make money, how to grow it, and how to invest it. Here's the third important Bitcoin fact that you need to know. Bitcoin transactions cannot be canceled. Once a Bitcoin transaction has been initiated and Bitcoins have left your wallet, the process cannot be reversed. Therefore, it is extremely important that you double verify the transaction that you are about to make and to make sure that it's the right one. If you happen to make an incorrect transaction, say to the wrong person, or you input the wrong amount, your best bet would be to try and get in contact with that person and ask him for a return. It really depends on who the recipient of those Bitcoins is and whether that person is an honest one. We're off to the fourth fact that you need to know before investing in Bitcoin. And this is, you have to make sure that Bitcoin is accepted in the places where you want to spend it. And here's the thing, some people buy Bitcoin never to spend it. They say, I'm gonna hodl it, which is slang for saying they're gonna hold on to it until such a time where the price of Bitcoin has gone way up, so much that they will have become ultra rich. And there's really nothing bad with this approach. Think of it, what is your Bitcoins worth if nobody accepts it as a payment system? Fortunately, every day more and more companies take Bitcoin, and it looks like that's not gonna change soon. So, for example, there is a great website that lists a lot of merchants that take Bitcoin, and it's called CoinMap. To make it easier for you, you will find a link to this website in the video description. So it's time for the fifth fact. Yes, you might have heard that Bitcoin is the most anonymous payment system, and while some of that might be true, in reality the way Bitcoin works is that there is a universal ledger where anyone can see any transaction. And most possibly your name will not be linked to a Bitcoin transaction, but your Bitcoin address will be logged, and every transaction you make will be listed in Bitcoin's website. So how can people get to know who made your transactions? Well, if your Bitcoin address is listed there, then it will not take too long to find out who made that transaction. And of course, there are ways to hide your IP address, which is something that is out of the scope of this video. On the plus side, the blockchain being public is important to protect the integrity of the Bitcoin network. It prevents tampering of transaction data in the ledger. The Bitcoin ledger is replicated in a lot of computers around the world, so it is extremely hard to mess with it, and that is good for everyone who uses Bitcoin. Wait, we have a bonus fact, and this is that you need to make sure that Bitcoin is legal in your country. Some countries don't like the fact that Bitcoin is decentralized. That means that the central bank has no control over it, so a few countries have banned Bitcoin. The irony is that the more people start using Bitcoins, the more the fiat currency of each country will get devalued. Banking institutions could be rendered useless as their power gets transferred from the government back to the hands of the people. I'm sure you can see there's a lot of people interested in Bitcoin not becoming a universally accepted payment method. But only time will tell. Bitcoin is not only very efficient, it allows for people to define and decide how their money will be transferred and where it will be stored. Bitcoin is a great alternative to existing payment systems. And since it doesn't depend on anyone, it only depends on you. And that is an amazing thing. I really hope you enjoyed this video and found it useful. If you did, please like this video now and subscribe to this channel for more upcoming information about how to make money, how to grow it, and how to invest it. See you next video.